So let's do some shamatha. Start out though by, of course, getting in your meditation seat and in your meditation posture and taking off your glasses if you've got glasses that you don't want on, and just kind of preparing yourself to meditate. And then if you know why you're meditating, set your intention. That always helps. And if you have any beings that you call on, uh, or role models or teachers that you feel you can, kind of invoke, go ahead and do that. I'll give you like a minute to do that. Okay. Now, do begin doing shamatha, whatever shamatha you like. Um, as usual, I'll guide the one that's like rest in kind of spacious awakeness and just watch the flowing of the breath. Let's do that together for a few minutes here. Each out breath, relaxing more and more, letting go, releasing, calming, and just sort of settling in. Remember, one of the ways we could translate shamatha is just settling down. Just kind of settle down, get nice and um, collected and integrated. It's not so much about gearing up some kind of intense focus. It's just getting relaxed and open and stable. Okay, good. Now we're going to do the sequence in the order I guide it, just because we're all together here. So I'm guiding, but if you want to do it in a different order, that's fine. But let's now start working on openness, emptiness, Vipassana of body sensation, not just the body sensations of breathing, but the entire body. Very good. Now let's add in mental activity. All those thoughts in words, all those thoughts in images, all those urges and ideas, and anything else that's in the mind. Just watch that arising and flowing past without grabbing onto it or crystallizing it or constricting around it in any way. Okay, very good. Maybe you're having a lot of success with that, maybe not, but nonetheless, let's move on. Let's bring up the sense of our personality, our likes and dislikes, the clothes we wear, the way we are socially, the kind of person we are out in the world. Bring that up and notice that that's just some thoughts and feelings, and that those thoughts and feelings are spacious, they're open, they're unfindable, they're uncongealed, they're empty. Meanwhile, all the other thoughts, all the other body sensations, all the other emotions remain empty. Okay, let's continue with noticing the boundlessness and centerlessness of experience. Anything we experience as a boundary, a wall, a floor, all of that is all just an idea. in our minds, right? It's arising in awareness. And so we just recognize that it's a appearance in awareness, and that's great. And at the same time, it's boundless. There is not an actual awareness boundary there. And by the same token, there's no center to awakeness. Awakeness is every part of all experience. It's just as much behind our eyes, it's just as much the feeling in our foot, it's just as much the light in the curtains, it's just as much the wind in the trees. All of it is equally awake, equally awake. It's all awake. It has no center and no bounds. And at the same time, we might notice that any sense of time is just a thought. Time is just memory and fantasy. And so when we relax the memory and fantasy, we recognize that time is something we construct. And instead, we're just here. And then gently opening our eyes if they're not already open. Just notice that awakeness in the whole visual field. Everything is awake. It's not something you're projecting out on objects. It's not that we're imagining that they're conscious or something. It's just obvious that the whole visual field is made of awakeness. And if it's not, we can just relax and allow the periphery of vision to be just as important as the center. And notice that this idea of inside and outside is just an arbitrary mental category, that the outside, quote unquote, stuff in awareness and the inside, quote unquote, stuff in awareness are just part of one field of awareness. There is no actual inside outside boundary. I feel my stomach just as much as I see the sky. It's all occurring in one awareness. There's no inside outside separation in awareness at all. And from here, we can do our one taste, right? Just start to notice that no matter what's arising, no matter what our experience is, it's all just happening in a field of spacious, wide awake, wide openness. Everything that's arising, whether it's the visual field of objects around us, or some kind of emotion, or some kind of thought, or whatever, it's all just appearances in awareness. It's waves on the ocean of awareness. It's winds in the sky of awakeness. So let's just rest in this one taste and really notice that no matter what's occurring, it's all just flowing appearances in wide awake, wide openness. And then from here, with everything just flowing and easy and open, just drop the sense of doing anything at all. There's nobody meditating. There's nobody checking on meditating. There's nobody, worried about whether it's working or not working. It's just wide open, wide awake, nothing sticking, everything flowing by. All experiences there, even thoughts are there, but we're just not grabbing on, not getting stuck. And if we do grab on and get stuck, then just go back and start from the first place that feels really open. Maybe you can start again from one taste and then drop in again. Okay, but we just rest here. There's nothing to do. There's nobody meditating. There's no problem. There's also no particular experience. It can still be, you can still have a headache. You can still have difficult emotions. You can still have a sore leg or whatever. It's just the way it is. That's what's arising, but it's empty. And it's empty without effort because in the one taste, we just see everything as arising as empty. If it starts feeling like you're doing something or you're trying to hold on or you're trying to stay here on purpose, just drop out and then drop back in. This is our best approximation of awake awareness. This is awake awareness. This is awareness without reification. Still totally aware, still able to get everything done. Everything can still happen. It's just there's no separation. There's no doer at all. It takes a little getting used to it. At first, you might chunk up and fall out of it, and then you relax and fall back in. And it just goes back and forth and back and forth, and that's fine. We just want to drop into this place every day, at least a little bit, every day, at least a little bit, because this is our true nature. It's not something we're creating or cultivating. It's our true nature, and we're just learning to be here rather than constantly focusing on not being here. As we rest here more and more without any effort, we realize that this is actually our beingness. This is actually, if we can use this phrase in this way, this is our identity, this free, unconstricted, unconstructed, open awakeness. Okay, so let's end the meditation there, but notice that in another way, nothing ends. Your awareness nature doesn't suddenly disappear when you stop the non-meditation, right? In a way, we were already not meditating, so nothing changes. The only thing that might change is suddenly you bring up your awareness in this way that reifies again. But your awake awareness didn't go away. You just stopped, quote unquote, looking at it, right? And instead started reifying again.